Yeah, I thought I dropped them all, but... Oh, this one is...
Yes, we'll go to overtake him.
This one won't latch.
Okay.
I didn't grow up, so.
This one, this one's latching either. There you go.
Sorry about that. Those of you that are watching, we're just getting our stand tripod set up. We're starting a little late today. The game before us went long. I have your phone. I'm gonna text my mom. What? You mean up on the...
Not everybody else.
Oh, you mean on the thing?
Pop-Tarts, apparently.
Nice.
That happens when you're at a riggage hall.
Right? Yeah, all of our games are at lunchtime and dinner
Dexter to share some with you, some with Steve, some with Charles. Try it out. Although I don't know what to think about Charles, because there was some of that crown, the flavored crown, it was like the vanilla cinnamon something or another, and I tried it. I'm getting all that. That's really good. And I took a couple sips and I dumped the rest out. It was so freaking sugary sweet. If Charles watches the replay, he's going to hear me talking about it. I'm not judging you, Charles.
Totally got judged, Charles. You totally got judged.
I'm judging you, Charles.
Texted Noah that the game was about to start. I sent the link to my mom.
Thank you for this. This is my mom in Indiana watching the game on
That's
TV,
a-
so thank you.
Oh,
That's a
good.
better view than we got.
That's nice to hear. Appreciate it. I still don't know how to connect Liger, but we would have
All
to
that would add
recruit
for
your
us right
mom.
now is graphics. So,
And your mom would have to do that.
I think I'm
Thank you. We're
make
going
it,
to be down.
make it a little taller.
I'm the one that's moving it.
I know, but you can still see it from there, right? Just gives a little better angle.
I got a glare on it. It's fine.
Is that okay?
It'll be fine.
Okay.
I don't prefer it up high, but I can. It's just not a very comfortable angle for me. Did you not just want to get this part? There, that's good. Thank you. This is tight. Is it this thing that needs to move?
No, that, well, are you going, you mean
Yeah,
this
if
way?
I want to like move it up and down.
That's this one.
Perfect.
Hey, ask him who made those pants.
What is that all about?
They're Lululemon?
Oh, okay. Don't give him grief about wearing Lululemon.
I walked in, I said, those pants Lululemon that you guys need. Yeah.
They make
And then
comfortable
he goes,
clothing.
actually, my undershirt is Lululemon too.
Don't knock it till you try it, honey.
I told him, walked past the Lululemon outlet and I told white helmet.
They have another one too.
He's a little bigger. I suppose it's a 14 and a 15. Hey, good game, guys.
Thanks.
What's that mean for you for the rest of the tournament?
We're out. We have to
We got
win.
one more game.
Not a great weekend for you.
They won last night. We got shut out by the It's 3 lucky.
Do they have a
That's all right. Play your game and then hit the pool.
We're not allowed to do the pool in between games.
Well, but now you're so
First game.
you get a rush to get home and put up a ribbon. Well, that's right. That's what he's saying that the Caesars. They were hanging in there for a while.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was not a, oh my god.
They pulled away at the end, but
Yeah, we got 2 right in the last 5-6 minutes. Otherwise, we would have 6-2, which is
so yeah. Or is this the week? Because the light out kind of stinks.
the what? Oh.
we say that.
Right. It's probably a better angle than I got, but
No, we can't. He was just making sure his lights aren't. I know.
And us.
Wait to plug it. No, I plugged it. My battery power
Yep.
back up.
You guys want some more?
just about to get underway for our first game today against Mountain Select 1. With the way things have shaken out, it does look like they'll be our second game today as well for the first round of the playoffs to try and make the championship tomorrow. Only 4 teams in the brackets, us, the 2 Mountain Select teams, and the Rampage team. We played yesterday afternoon. Looks like Rampage is going to finish in that top seed, and we'll be playing the 4th seed, Mountain Select 2. So should be seeing you tonight at 7:20 Mountain Time for our second game against this Mountain Select team. Lineup to start, looks like we have Preston, number 22, here with his back to you. Easton taking the face-off, and Colton on the far side. Back on defense, it looks like Josh and Jax. Colton picks that puck up off the face-off, takes it into the Tiger zone, has Easton taking the puck around the back of the net. Easton trying to buy some time and find a friend. Doesn't. Mountain Select sends it to the point. Jax collects it and throws it deep. That gets through and back behind the net. Battle in the corner here. Josh is working to try and keep it in the zone and keep it deep. Doesn't quite stay in, but Josh will collect that. And he's trying to get it back across the center ice. Does up to Easton. We do have a change on defense already. Jax is going, and that's Marshall. Marshall jumping on in his place. Hey, and I'm looking at the defense, and we score a goal. Looks like that's going to be a Colton goal. Not sure on the assists there. So a quick goal in the first minute of the game here. 0-1 Tigers, so off to a start that we had hoped for. Coaches are going to replace our forward line. Teague is going to be closest to you. He's got Henry facing off, taking the face off with AJ on the far side. So Teague is battling on the boards, and that is going deep into the zone for Mountain Select. So our defenseman Marshall crewing on the far side there. AJ comes away with it, but does get it knocked away by Mountain Select. Battle in front of you there. Henry trying to get it deeper into the zone so the Tigers can go collect it. It does squirt back out. And now Marshall surveys ahead of him, sends it to Teague, who taps it, saves us an icing, and is now going to have to chase that into the corner. Marshall able to hold it in the zone and get it back deep. Does it again. And that's going to be AJ pressuring in the corner. That comes around. And the Tigers will get another change.
Mason, nice job. Thank you. Good job, Tristan.
This is going to be Steven taking the face off with Miles on your near wing, and Tate is in on your left wing. On defense, we've got Jared on your near side, Josh on your far side. Right now, Miles has the puck. He's got it behind the net, surveying to trying to find a teammate in front, but they were tied up a little bit on the far side. Not able to hold the zone there, and a little bit of a sloppy turnover. Josh able to save us and get it out to the boards. Jared battling deep in the zone. He's got some help there. And there is Josh able to get that up to Miles. Miles gains his own with some speed and does get it deep below the goal line. Tate working a little bit to try and slow him down, but Mountain Select able to bring that puck up and out of the zone. Jared taps it forward to Tate, just out of his reach, but Tate's still battling. Miles there to pick it up and couldn't get control, so now again the other way for Mountain Select, who's happy to just throw it into the zone. Jared swings it up the boards here on the near side. Miles is going to try and chip that out. Unable to. Mountain Select throws it back deep into the zone. Jared collects the puck below the goal line, sends it over to his line mate. I think Jax may have came on there. But this is now Miles with the puck, tries to send it across to his teammate, deflected, and now back again below the goal line for Mountain Select. Jared chips it forward to Teague. Teague trying to just get it out of the zone, and he does get it out to Brody, who's come on for the Tigers. Mountain Select sends it down, and that should be an icing. So we did have Hunter join the action for the Tigers up front. He's joined by Brody as your wings and Gavin as your center. On defense, we've got Cruin on the far side and Marshall on the near D. That face-off's to the side, a quick shot. Came there from, I believe that was Brody got the shot there. Tigers playing a little bit on the blue line. Marshall able to gain the zone for us and get it deep. Still battling. This ref likes to stand in my way a little bit, so I can't see some of that near side action that's already pretty hard to see. But on the far side, that was Brody doing some work. This is Marshall gathering in the puck, chips it forward for Hunter. And that's going to be Gavin running for it, but I believe they're calling icing. All right. I thought he was across the center ice. They should be nice. Back to that first line that scored for us of Colton, Easton, and I believe today joined by Preston. Jackson on the ice. Jax is on the ice for the Tigers. And I believe that's Josh skated around there. Colton peels it off the boards briefly, but it goes right back into the boards. That's Jax came in with some effort to knock some Mountain Select off and help get it up toward the blue line, but not out. That's Jax bringing it around to this near side now. He's got time and space. Is he going to use it to skate up ice and gain the zone for the Tigers? That's Easton skates around and gathers the puck. He's got Preston in front. Easton's still working and whacking at it there. Goalie able to cover. Forwards are going to stay. Defense is now going to be Jared and Cruin. Jared, the tall one here on the near side, number 54. Cruin on the far side. So Easton will take this face-off with Colton to his left and Preston to his right. Easton throws that over into the corner boards. Colton peels it, picks it up, takes it around behind the net, tries to shove it back the direction he came from. And that's Preston with the puck on his net, gets it over to Easton, and that's a goal. So that's going to be Colton to Preston to Easton on goal number 2 for the Tigers with 8 minutes, just counting down toward 8 minutes left in this first period. Again, run clocks on 1 and 2, and then when we get to that third period, we'll see what happens. If the goal differential is 5 or more, they'll keep the clock running. If it's less than that, they will stop in the third.
I think that was another Colton score.
Oh, that was a Colton goal. So Colton made the pass to Preston and then got around in front himself. So just Preston to Colton, I think, on that one. We'll check the score sheet later. But we do have the forwards of Henry in at center with AJ on his left, Teague on his right. And that's going to be Cruin gaining the zone for the Tigers. Mountain Select sends that deep into their zone. I don't think it's going to get far enough for an icing, and it does not. I believe that's Josh gets it and sends it forward to AJ, who's coming up with some fancy footwork to get it up ice and into the zone for the Tigers. Tries to make that pass through to Henry, but there was some traffic there. Puck came out. AJ had it briefly. Josh is able to hold it there at the point for the D. Dumps it deep to AJ. AJ trying to buy some space. Gets it through to Henry with a nice pass. Goalie equal to it. Henry does have the puck, sends it deep. It gets rimmed around here. And no Tigers going to get that one. Eventually Teague does get there, and Mountain Select sends it back around the other way. AJ gets it, and I believe this is going to be a penalty on Teague. So the Tiger is going to go on the penalty kill. Teague with a trip assessed in the corner that we can't see. So your penalty kill unit here is going to be Easton, Cruin on defense. We got Preston, and we've got Marshall. So Easton with the face-off tries to throw it into the save corner, does collect it, sends it around toward the blue line, and that does just sneak out for the Tigers. So Mountain Select going to have to regain the zone on the power play. They throw it deep, a little dump and chase for them today. Our goalie in net today is Jalen. He does send that one off to the side. And again, the Tigers able to just chip that up and out, and that's going to be an offsides. So minute 38 left on the penalty kill.
Shannon, you're making me laugh.
The center here is going to be Steven, joined by Miles on his wing. Defense is Jax, and I believe that's Josh on defense. So Jax and Josh on defense. Mountain Select gets the puck. Jalen gloves it, and he's going to take the face-off in his zone with a minute 28 left on the penalty kill. What'd she say?
I can't tell you because it'll ruin a game they're playing.
There's bets.
I hear Shannon's being mean to me.
No, she's not being mean.
This is Josh, I believe, taking it deep into the zone for the Tigers on the penalty kill. Jack stays back to cover, but the Tigers are going to put the pressure on shorthanded. Miles is back on the defense covering as well, so we had a couple defensemen, or at least one defenseman in deep there. Marshall's got time, and he's going to use it. We're at a minute now on the penalty kill. Fancy pass, got it across the center ice and deep into the zone again for the Tigers, so making Mountain Select work with the extra man. Jared is in on defense now with Cruin on the near side. Forwards are Marshall and Steven still. And that's, Miles and Steven. So that was Miles with the puck there, threw it at the boards. Jared gets it across to his defensive mate, and Cruin is going to take it up ice. As Miles goes off, AJ joins the action with 27 seconds left on the penalty kill. That goes to Jared and does get through. Goalie had to make a save off his pads there. AJ pressures. And that's Henry on the ice now with AJ up front. Those two are pestering and getting some shots. Mountain Select gains his zone as the penalty does expire. We are full strength. Coming out of the box with speed is Teague. That's gathered up there by Henry. Oh, he tries to get it across to Teague, but just couldn't connect on the pass. Teague turns and tries to take a big slapper there, just couldn't quite get a hold of it. That's Steven, I believe, getting some pressure on. No, that's not. That is Brody on the ice that had some contact there a little earlier. So we've got Brody on the ice with Hunter. And I believe Gavin out there now. So our forward line is Gavin, Hunter, and Brody. On defense, we've got Jax. And Marshall on the ice. So that's Jax battling below the goal line. Bunch on the boards. I can't see what's going on.
Actually, true gloves are good too. True what? Gloves. What's your
So 2:47, they did forget that we're a run clock. It looks like they stopped it for us on this change. It's 0-2 Tigers with 2:47 left in the first. We do have that line of Preston, Colton, and Marshall, I believe, are out for our Preston, Colton, and Easton on the ice. Easton taking that face off. Sends it back to Jared on defense. This is Colton picking it up, and it's going to be a one-on-one here. No Tigers chasing him into the zone, so he's having to work by himself a little bit. Apparently, we had a penalty there. So we have Gavin in the box. I'm not sure what was going on in the corner, but Tigers on another penalty kill. We've got Easton and Colton up front with Josh and Jared back on defense for another penalty here. I wasn't sure what happened there, and unfortunately we're a man down again, but we'll see if we can go. Jalen gets that one in and is able to cover. So that would be why the clock was stopped, because they were throwing a penalty on the board. We've got 1:11 left on that penalty with 1:50 left in this period. They do send Preston out now, joined by Henry to take the face off. Cruin in on defense, joined by Marshall. Not Marshall, Jackson. Jax is out there on defense with Cruin. Looks like maybe a little confusion on the Tiger bench, and they apparently assessed it as a 10-2. So now Jack goes in to serve the two.
Head contact.
They are saying head contact from Gavin, something we couldn't see happen. So Gavin's going to be out for a bit this game. Tigers do get that out, sent down ice for an icing with 58 seconds left on the initial 2-minute penalty of the 10-2 for Gavin.
I said let's go.
So it looks like Preston's going to take the face off for the Tigers. Does win that to the side. Mountain Select gathered it for a second, but couldn't get it past Preston on the second attempt. That does come out of the zone. Mountain Select sends it deep. Jax is battling in the corner there. He's got support from Preston. Jax does turn it back the other way below the goal line. And he flicks that up and all the way down the ice. That did have to be played by the goalie, but the refs didn't see it that way. They called an icing. I'm pretty sure that was off his leg pad. So we're under 30 seconds and counting here in the remainder of the first, 35 seconds left to serve on the penalty. It doesn't. Face-off being taken by Steven. He's joined on the penalty kill by Tate. We've got Jared on defense, joined by Cruin still. No, that's Josh out there on the far D. So Josh on D to finish that period. We've got 21 seconds on the penalty to start the second period.
Tigers up.
See where we can. What are you doing, Mason? See if we can go to the house for leaving.
So for anyone that may have joined a little later, this is the same team we'll see this afternoon. Really the battle right now is to see who's going to be the home team and who's going to be the away. We'll be playing this same Mountain Select one team again at 7:20 Mountain Time tonight at this same barn, unfortunately, so you'll get these wonderful angles. Hopefully we can take care of business a couple times and get you back to the good angles tomorrow for a championship game.
Hey, locker. Yeah. Base.
On the board, we are showing shots of 7 for the Tigers, 2 for Mountain Select. Tigers going to start the second period, killing the penalty. 21 seconds left to go on that. It's going to be Steven on your face-off with Tate on the far side wing. On defense, we've got Josh and Jax. Mountain Select wins that back to their defense. Throws it up, but Tate is there, and he's able to throw it into the Mountain Select zone. Steven pressuring the puck, trying to keep him from making good decisions, and finishes a check there. Great contact by Steven. It's just the butt end of his stick. Jax has the puck below the goal line, skates it up and sends it down. Tried to get a tip there from Miles, who's joined the action. So Miles now on at wing. Steven going to take the face off again, as the Tigers are now full strength. So Miles and Steven up front, joined by Tate. And the Tigers able to get a 2-on-1 here. Mountain Select is back checking. Steven takes that in, does throw the shot, does get a rebound, collects his own rebound, has Miles there to help. Miles down on his knees. Back on defense right now, near D is going to be Marshall. Far D is going to be Josh, 24 and 34. As the Tigers work to peel that off the boards, do get it back to Josh, not able to collect it. It's now a bit of an odd man rush, but the Tigers break it up and able to get some back checkers there. Tate collects that puck, gets it across to Miles, who throws a great shot in. Goalie has to shrug that one off. And I believe we're going to get a penalty on Easton, who came in looking for a hit, made one, and now Tigers again on the penalty kill. So if Easton keeps his hands down there, they probably let it go. So it looks like we've got Cruin in on defense. Henry here right in front of you, battling for the puck. He's got Preston on his wing. And Jack's still in on defense. Easton was right here. A little bit late, but his hands were high on the hit. So Cruin's got that puck deep in the zone here on the penalty kill for the Tigers. I can't see what's going on in the corner, but the puck is froze there in the right end for the Tigers. Refs blow it dead with 1:20 left on the penalty. We're going to make a full change for the Tigers. Jared on defense with Josh. Up front, we have Colton and AJ. It's going to be Colton on the face-off. AJ to the left in the corner you can't see. Colton wins that back to Josh. Josh sends it toward the net, deflected by the defender. Josh steps in front of that one, and now Colton gains his own with some speed. Fancy hands, squirts through to the goalie. Never really any danger of a goal there, but always good when it goes toward the net. AJ's battling for it in the corners. He's down and back up. Josh thought about stepping to that one, but decided to meet him in center ice instead and got his stick on that. Here's AJ working. Colton picks it up. Has AJ in front of the net. Colton just throws it soft. AJ not quite able to get there for the rebound. But the Tigers putting on a lot of pressure here for being a man down. Josh throws it just high. AJ tries to get the rebound, but it bounces over his stick. 25 seconds left on the penalty kill. Jared able to hold the zone there, and AJ taking it deep as Colton's going for a change. Henry joins the penalty kill now, and Mountain Select now throwing it down for an icing with 10 seconds left on the penalty kill. So we have Teague and Henry up front with Cruin and Jax on defense. Tigers putting together some pressure here on the penalty kill. Spent a lot of time in the right end. That's one to the side. Mountain Select battling on the boards for it. And that's Henry putting some pressure on. Mountain Select dumps it at the net. Jalen sends it over for Jax to collect. Jax is trying to do some work below the goal line to create some space. Henry now down helping. And that is full strength for the Tigers. Brody able to join for the full strength unit. So Jackson Cruin back on defense. Brody, Henry, and Teague up front. And they let that one go. That's Brody makes actually that's Henry made the pass to Teague there. A few changes. Marshall now back on D as Teague sent that back to Steven. Steven battling on the boards. Teague behind the net. Teague still jamming at it. Ref's letting him play. Teague goes down in front of the net, gets back up, makes him shove it out here from behind the goal line. Marshall collects it, throws it at the net. I think he might have hit Steven in the back there with that shot. That's now back to Josh, who sends it to his teammate Teague. Teague, a little bit of a mess in front there. We've got Steven and Brody. Steven comes around the net with it, throws it high, hits the side of the cage. That's going to go around. Josh is going to be able to hold the zone. Josh gets it back to, I believe, Brody, who got it to Marshall. Goalie out of position here, so a bit of a chance. Oh, and that was a flash by Brody. Nope, Tate's on the ice now. So Tate has joined the line of forwards. Steven out there is your center. Mountain Select throws that down. Jalen has to play it, so Mountain Select's going to be able to get a change here as the Tigers moving the puck back up ice. Josh throws out forward for Tate. Tate's got the puck, tries centering, gets squirted out to Josh. Josh throws it at net. Another rebound there. Josh able to hold the zone again for just a minute, but finally does come out, and that one might go for icing. And does, with just under 8 minutes left in this second period for the Tigers. Still a 0-2 game. Easton's going to be our center with Colton and Preston on the ice. Jax on your near side D. Jared on your far side D. So Easton sets that face-off where it was, able to get it deep below the goal line. Preston's going over to pressure it on the boards. He has help from Easton, who peels it off for a minute, and now still back on the boards. Preston gets the puck, throws it back to Jared. Jared across to Jax. Jax is going to throw it at the net. It gets kind of through, but I think maybe it was deflected as it did go wide on that near side. And that's going to go down for another icing for the Tigers with 7 minutes in the second period.
It's like Gavin's close to coming out.
Coaches are going to leave the lines where they are. So Easton again on the drop. Puck stays for a minute. He whacks at it a few times. Finally gets it over into the corner, chases it himself. Has help from Colton, who comes off the boards with it. Colton trying to make his way into the center of the ice, but Mountain Select able to pick his pocket a little bit. Mountain Select sends it deep. Jared gets that puck around to his defenseman, Jax. Jax helped by Easton, who's coming up ice with it. That's Colton turning the puck the right direction. Easton pressuring it. Preston went for a change. Miles has joined the action as Jared collects that puck below the goal line. Looking at his options, sends it over to Colton. Pops over Colton's stick and back deep again from Mountain Select. So Tiger's going to try and break it out again here. Jack's over to Jared, to Miles, and again a hop over Colton's stick. Bouncy puck. Henry has joined as our center. Henry gets that puck to Miles, who's got AJ with him. He gets it to AJ. AJ takes the shot and just can't quite get lifted high enough. Goalie makes the save and the net comes loose with 5:22 left in the second period. So there was an opportunity there. Great pass by Miles. Just couldn't get the puck elevated quite enough, and the goalie able to get his glove high enough to knock that down and cover up. So we do have AJ on your near wing. Center is going to be Henry. Miles on your far wing. Defense is going to be Cruin and Marshall on your far D there, number 34. So Henry skates in to take the face off. Mountain Select able to get it out of the zone, but Tigers have the possession for now. Cruin throws it backhand toward the zone. And Miles giving the puck carrier some trouble. AJ able to get that off the boards. Throws it toward the net. Puck is loose. Miles working. AJ throws it, and goalie able to make another save. So this line doing some work getting the puck toward the net. A couple boys talking at each other. Ref didn't like it. He told them to leave each other alone. Coach likes what he's going to see. He's going to leave the forward line out there, see if they can't get something going here. They've had a couple good attempts. Cruin on your near D. Marshall still on your far D there. Henry gets that face off. AJ kind of swatted at it, couldn't collect it, kind of watched it go. Cruin collects the puck, sends it up to Henry. Henry's going to take that. He's got some speed. He's got Miles with him at the center ice. AJ trailing the play. So Henry's still working below the goal line. Miles now comes over to the board, send it back for Cruin. Cruin buys some time and space, throws it at the net. Great shot. Goalie just able to kick that out. And Marshall unable to hold the zone there as our forwards are going for a change. Cruin sends it across for Steven, who just came on. Now Cruin's going to pick it back up, get it to Steven finally. Steven's got some help on the wing there. I think that's probably going to be Tate, if I'm seeing right. That is Tate. Tigers able to barely hold the zone for a second. Teague really working. Teague chasing it back with some help from Josh. And that's going to probably go for an icing with 3.5 minutes left in this second period. We'll get a defensive change. We do have Gavin out of the box finally after serving his 2 and 10. So your forwards are going to be Teague and Tate on the wings, Steven at the center. We've got Jared out on defense. And Jax does collect that below the goal line, sends it up for Teague. Teague tries to chip it, but can't get it out across the blue line. Still battling as Steven Puck collected by Tate and flung down. Refs say no icing. So Teague is going to see what he can do to create a turnover. Jax gets in the way, so Jared can pick up the puck. Jared sends it again to Teague. Teague could lose his track of it a little bit. Mountain Select throws it into him. Jared makes the choice to throw the puck over there to Steven and gets it out of the zone. Great play to get the puck out of the Tiger zone and deep so that we can get a bit of a change. So we do have Preston on the ice. He's the man with the puck now. And that's going to go down for an icing. We have Marshall on defense with Josh. And our forward line, it looks to be Hunter, Preston, and Easton, if I'm seeing my numbers right. So Hunter on the ice with Henry and Easton. Not Henry. Preston and Easton.
He's holding them over there. You see him?
Mountain Select able to hold the zone. Hard to see exactly what's going on those boards there. Trying to get it up, and Preston does get the puck out of the zone finally and across the blue line, but the refs decide it was an offsides. So a minute left in this second period. We're going to have Colton coming on the ice. Jared and Cruin on defense. I think that's Henry taking the face off with AJ on right wing. Is that AJ? Yeah, AJ on the right wing, Colton on the left. Cruin's going to skate that one up himself. He does gain the zone, gets the puck over. AJ collects it, throws it toward the net a bit high. Colton gets it on the near side. He tries to get it toward the net, but into the skates of a defender. AJ throws it toward the net. Oh, dangerous there. It took a funny hop in front of the net, almost deflected in, and Mountain Select's going to ice that one with 15 seconds. Probably will do it for this second period. Tigers still ahead 0-2 after a couple goals in the first period. Can't add to it here in the second. Handful of penalties probably didn't help, although we did get some opportunities on the penalty kill. So with the man down, we actually skated pretty well, held the zone for quite a while. So shots are 3-15 in favor of the Tigers. See if they can stay out of the box this period. It's brutal.
It's been a lot of penalties.
All good calls. Silly plays. Keep our hands down. So we'll start the third period with Easton as your center. Colton's going to be on the wing. Jackson, Josh on defense, and that's Preston. So back to that line that started the game here. Easton going to take the face off. Preston, number 22 with his back towards you. Colton on the far side. That is one back and collected by Colton, who turns it up ice into the Tigers zone, leaves it for Easton. And a stick lift prevented the shot there. Mountain Select dumps it deep. Josh collects it. He He sees some space, sends it across to Preston, who gets it across center ice and into the Tigers zone. Preston below the goal line, sent it in front for Colton, but just couldn't put it through. Mountain Select sends it up hard. We can't hold the zone, so a regroup at center ice for the Tigers as Mountain Select's making a change. Preston sent it over to Easton, who wasn't ready for it, but it works out. Josh collects it. Now Easton picks up that puck and heads up ice. We did have Teague jump onto the ice, as did Jared on defense with Cruin. So Cruin and Jared on defense. Teague in for one of your wings. Tried to get a redirect there. Did Colton. Right now Colton's got that below the goal line, working to try and get it in front of the net. Does, but not to a Tiger. Colton throws that in, and he's going to make a change. Coming for Colton is AJ. The refs saw something they didn't like. This might, I believe, be a penalty on Mountain Select, and is. So the Tigers will go on the power play. As Henry getting up slow, so must have been tangled up with someone there. So it is a stop clock with 13:34 left in the third. Tigers will go on the power play. Power play unit's going to be Tate on the left side, Steven in the center, Gavin in at the right side, Cruin and Jax back on defense. 16. Sorry, that's Tate. Tate out there.
Whoa.
Tate with the powerful shot. Jax to Tate. Tate dusts it off a little bit, throws it at the goalie, who sends it to the corner. Steven picks it up. Steven's working, gets it to Tate, who tries to turn it to Cruin. He's pestered a little bit, but Cruin picks it up anyway. Sends that across to Jax, who sends it a one-timer toward the net. Couldn't get it through traffic. Steven collects the puck, so he's fighting one-on-one battle below the goal line, working to get it in front to his teammates. Sends it back to Cruin. Can't quite hold the zone, so a minute left on the power play. Cruin leaves it for Jax. Jax across to Tate. And Tate's going to see if he can't gain the zone here, and does. He's got Gavin to his side here and gets it to him. Gavin turns it deep and turns and throws it at the net. Goalie makes the save with 47 seconds left on the power play. Now we'll see the power play unit of Easton, AJ, Colton, Josh, and usually joined by Henry. Yeah, there he is. So this is our power play unit we see quite a bit. See if they can add to our score here with 47 seconds left. That's going to be Henry taking the face-off. He's got Easton to his left. Easton goes in, collects it, sends it to Colton. Colton and Josh trading sides there. Colton skates it deep, tries to get the shot, but misses a handle. AJ's going to collect it in the corner. He's still got it, sends it to the center. Puck came back out, still loose. AJ again. Oh, and able to get that out of the zone with 27 seconds left on the penalty. We'll see a regroup. Josh has the puck below the goal line, going to skate it behind the net. Comes out to the side, up ice with some speed, sends it over to AJ. AJ gains the zone. And now 10 seconds left on the power play. 11:43 in this third period. We'll see a change at the forward. Actually, all five we're going to see change. So Gavin's going to be on the ice with Brody and Hunter, and Jared and Cruin back here on defense. Hunter on the far side D there that you can actually, wing that you can actually see. Gavin collects the puck in the corner, skates it below the goal line. Gets that puck in front. It is still loose. And that is a goal, I think, probably going to be credited. Oh, not a goal. I think the goalie covered that one up. That was under the goalie's glove. So goalie scrambled to get that one covered up. So we'll try again. Brody gets that face-off back to his defense. Tigers can't hold the zone. Puck sits there for a little bit. Cruin on the boards, battling. Gets taken down. Tigers able to get it out of the zone. And Hunter now in puck pursuit. Jax has come onto the ice for Cruin, who went down a little bit awkward there on the boards, so probably collecting his breath a little bit. Jax sends that up to Hunter, to Gavin. No. Brody. Jared tries to swing that one deep, can't quite do it, and it does squirt out. So right now your forwards, Hunter, Brody, and Gavin. Hunter with the puck tries to get it over to Brody. Can't quite get through traffic. And Mountain Select tries to hit the streaking man that had come off the bench, instead sends it for icing. Steven comes on as your center. He's going to be joined by Tate and Marshall. Back on defense, we've not Tate and Marshall, Tate and Miles. Marshall is on defense with Josh. Tate collects that briefly below the goal line. He's got Miles helping him out there. Oh, and a goal for Mountain Select to make it 1-2 with 10:14 left in this third period. It's still a game. That's only their 5th shot, I believe, of this game, possibly 4th. And just a nice little shot that sneaks over the shoulder of Jalen. So Tigers putting in a ton of work, but still just can't put this one away. We're going to have Henry in at center, joined by Teague on the near side wing, AJ on the far side wing, Jared back on defense with Jax. Jax gets that puck, sends it up to AJ. And Jax on the puck carrier there. Mountain Select gets it to their point man. So Mountain Select with a little bit of confidence after that goal. That puck's going to get sent for an icing. With 9:52 left in the third, a 1-goal game. Shots on the clock say 4-24 in favor of the Tigers. So again, Henry on the face-off. Does win that over to Jared. Jared takes it below the goal line, going to create some space. Lost the puck for a second, but was able to collect it, get it over to Teague. Teague sends it up to AJ, who couldn't handle the pass, but puts on the pressure. Henry and Teague now battling on the boards to hold the zone for the Tigers. Teague comes away with it. Sends that puck high in the glass behind the goal. AJ gets the puck, sends it to Jared. Jared gets it back to AJ, who has to drag it through a loose stick there. And that goes back to Marshall, who's now on defense on the far side. So Marshall to Jared. Jared sends it up, but there was a change there. And so it does go for icing. We've got Easton in at your center, Colton on your right wing, and Preston in at wing as well. So Easton takes the face off. Bouncy puck comes back to the blue line. Mountain Select sends it a little deeper, but not as deep as they'd probably like, now below the goal line. Gathered by, I think, Jax possibly. We'll see as he comes past us. No, that's Easton. Preston not able to hold there. Marshall does get it up to Easton, who's able to gain the zone again. A bouncy puck, can't settle it down for the shot. Puck comes across, collected by Cruin, who's giving his Tigers a chance to regroup. Josh finds Colton with the fancy pass, and Colton sends that wide of the net. Preston gets it off the boards. Colton can't quite get there, and Mountain Select's going to send that for an icing with 8:20 left in the third period. We're going to see Brody come onto the ice with Hunter and Gavin. Back on defense, we have Jackson Cruin. Brody to take the face off here. does come out of the zone. Tiger's going to regroup. Jax has that puck. Looks up ice. Still has time. Decides to skate around one Mountain Select player. Gets it deep into the zone so the Tigers can chase it and hopefully do something from deeper in their zone. Hunter gathers that, sends it across for Gavin. Gavin's still trying to get a decent spot where he can get a shot off. Oh, and Hunter just can't get that, but it does get it on the second try. Ref says no because the goalie had kicked the net off. We're seeing a lot of goalies kicking a lot of nets off this weekend. I believe that goal out of stand, but the ref says no. That puck did get put in on the second attempt.
Stop kicking the net off.
So our forwards now in center. We're going to have Steven Miles on his right side. That's back to Josh, who throws it at the net. Jared back on defense here as well. Tate sends it, and that one won't get waved off. So a goal number 3 for the Tigers. 3-1 Tigers. Could be 4-1, but all that matters is we'll keep the lead. That was Tate scoring the goal for the Tigers.
I'm so glad they got that score. They deserve it.
We'll see if we can do it again. Steven gets that over to Miles. Miles to Jared. Jared over to Josh. Josh going to gain the zone.
Center.
He leaves a fancy little drop pass for our goal scorer, Tate. Josh now again with the puck. Gets it deep. Miles going to collect it on this near side. Miles has time. He uses it to send it across the center of the net. Nobody there to get it, but Josh now working on the boards. Tate sends it deep below the goal line. Miles makes a fancy play to help Steven try and get that puck, but they both end up getting tied up below the goal line, and that's going to go down the ice for an icing. Mountain Select about 2 feet early on sending that deep. So we're going to see AJ on wing with Teague and Henry. Cruin on defense with Jax. Henry wins that faceoff back to Cruin. Cruin takes a hit but stays on his feet, gets it to Henry. Fancy quick pass to AJ, who loses his skates. And now a chance possibly here for Mountain Select. He throws it across the front of the net, but nobody else with him to do anything with it. Battle on the boards. This is going to be Jax sending it up to Teague. Teague gets it ahead to AJ. AJ just can't quite get that puck settled down, but now he does turn it back up ice and throws it at net. Goalie had to stretch a little bit to make that save. Refs don't want the whistle. 6:03 left in the third. 1-3 Tigers. So in theory, if there's not a defender there to pressure it, the goalie's supposed to play it out to one of his teammates. So if there's nobody in the zone, they won't blow that dead. So we've got Easton taking the face off with his line of Colton and Preston. Jared back on defense with Josh. Funky bounce. Goalie stays on his feet there, so if a Tiger could have gotten there, maybe had a quick chance at something. Josh going to race to the puck. Does get that out. Now Josh taking it the other way. He's got Easton to help him out. And on this near side, you see Preston streaking up ice. Colton back playing defense, did step there to switch with Josh, who had stepped forward on the offensive play. Bit of a board battle with 5.5 minutes to go in this third period. Easton tried to sweep that one through the legs. Refs letting him play a little bit more here on a little bit of a knee-on-knee action there. Easton tried to chip that one up. It does finally come out of the zone. Now down the boards, Mountain Select has the puck. Colton going to pressure it some. Deflected up ice. And that's going to be Marshall. Has the puck. Sees Easton up ice. Gavin has joined the line of forwards. And I think we're getting a slash call on... That's going to be on Marshall, I believe. So Tigers back on the penalty kill with 4:40 left in the third. We're going to send out Jax and Jared to help us on defense with this penalty kill. Up front, we're going to have Henry and Teague. So Tigers able to possess the puck here, but not get it quite out of the zone. Jack's working below the goal line, sends it across for Jared. Jared battles and gets that up the boards a little bit, but Mountain Select sends it back below the goal line again. Jack's going to collect it, look up ice. He's got Teague if he can get him. Teague does tap it, but they're saying no ice with a minute and a half left. They must say that Mountain Select tapped that one. Oh, and a big hit right in front of you there. Jax goes down, but does get back up, and that's an offsides for Mountain Select. We get all four changed here for the Tigers. Cruin's going to be back on defense with Josh. Easton's going to be on the ice up front, joined by, I believe, Henry is staying out there on wing. So Easton wins that back to Josh. Josh is going to throw it toward the net. Doesn't hit it, so that is an icing. With a minute 12 left on the penalty, 3:52 left in the game. Tigers with the 2-goal advantage at a score of 1-3. That wasn't Henry on the wing. That is Preston. So our forwards are Preston and Easton. Easton taking the face-off. And Easton does get that sideways to Cruin. Mountain Select able to take the shot from the point, but Jalen able to make the easy glove save there. So we'll do it again. Coach going to make a change on his defense. It's going to be Jared and Jax, while Easton and Preston stay as your forwards. Easton wins that back below the goal line now for the Tigers. Mountain Select able to gather it in, though, and send that out front. A bit dangerous, but does scoot out of the zone for the Tigers with 1 minute left on the penalty.
They switched their goalie. Wonder how they did that.
And Jalen with another save from a shot deep in the zone. Forwards coming onto the ice now. We're going to be Steven and Miles. On defense, we're going to see Josh and Cruin. That puck comes to the side. Miles pressures. Josh gets it, throws it up the boards for Miles, who's able to get it out. Now Steven trying to get it deep into the zone. Can't quite get it. Miles pressures, and Steven again with the puck. Chips it up the boards. So a little bit of work here at center ice, forcing us to turn the camera. Jalen sends that one to the side of the net, and that's Cruin picking it up below the goal line. Mountain Select sends that to the front, but Josh gathers it in, sends it over for Miles, who gets it across center ice and into the Tiger zone. Now Steven shrugging off the hit there. And Miles and Steven just happy to keep it below the goal line in the right end. As the penalty does expire, we're going to see Hunter join the action for the Tigers. So we've got Hunter, Brody, and Miles up front now. Brody carrying the puck into the zone. Shrugs off a hit himself. And now Gavin trying to find somewhere to shoot from. That'd be a good spot. Right into the goalie. He turns and sends it back toward the net, and the goalie's going to cover that one up with 2:12 left in the third. Far side defense is going to be Jax, and near side defense is Jared. Centering this line is going to be Gavin. On his wings, it's Brody centering this line. On his wings, he has Gavin and Hunter. That's one back to Jared. Jared sends it to Hunter. Hunter sends it across. Mountain Select gathers it. Sends it to the blue line, but the Tigers able to get it back deep in the zone. Now under 2 minutes to play in this game. Jared sends it back toward the net. Redirect there by Brody. Can't quite find the net. That's Jax slowing down the action. And now he'll make the change. This is Hunter pressuring the puck carrier as the Tigers are got Cruin onto the ice. He's battling over there on the boards, and that's going to be a penalty now on Mountain Select with 1.5 minutes left in this game. So it should be a face-off, I believe, in the zone. With 1:23, we'll see if the Tigers can add to their score as we are looking to finish this game on the power play. Power play unit's going to be Easton, AJ, Josh, Henry, and Colton. So that power play line they like to run as long as they've got fresh legs on all 5 of them. It's going to be Henry taking the face-off, AJ on the far wing, Colton here on your near side D, Josh on the far side D. Easton went to gather that, got kind of taken down from behind, but the refs let him play. That's Henry turning the puck backwards. And now we've got Josh behind the net for the Tigers. Sends it up for Henry, I believe. Yeah, that's Henry with the puck. Sends it across for Easton. Easton throws it at the net, and goalie scoops that in after initially giving up a rebound. 48 seconds left in this game. 1:26 on the power play. We're going to see a full change for the Tigers. No. So Tate on your far wing. I think Steven on the near wing. Gavin on the near wing. Steven in your face-off. Steven ties up their center. Tate tried to get there and wasn't quite able to get to it. So now it'll be Cruin and an icing. With 39 seconds, we'll take another face-off in the good end of the ice. So Steven again going to tie up their center on the face-off. Gavin gathers that for a second, but sent to the board by Mountain Select. Bit of a pile-up. And that's now Steven able to gather that. Working. Can't get it elevated and now stuck under the goalie's leg. Back to the point with under 20 seconds to go. Cruin gets that. Heavy shot by Jax. Gets through to the net. Tigers under 10 seconds. And the Tigers are going to send this one.
That's a penalty.
Get 71 out of there.
Tigers get the win. We'll see what happens with the mess at the end of that game.
Get him out. Get him out.
He doesn't get to play the next game now, right? If he goes
It depends on... It depends. No, it doesn't matter. If it's a 2-10, they can get one of those. It depends on what his other penalties would be. But a little bit of a skirmish at the end there. We will see this team later today. Again, 7:20 tonight. We will be the 2 seed in that game. They will be the 3. Winner of that game plays tomorrow in the championship match.
71.
I just want to make sure it's recorded on the game sheet.
They sent him off the ice.
Oh.
No, they didn't. He's there.
Oh. No one thinks there's going to be a fight brewing for later. A little more intense.
Yeah, I'm being sheets whether or not he got one of the wins or anybody got one.
There are
I
2
mean, they'll
fights
record
in
it.
the CC game, apparently. Doesn't hurt to keep recording.
All right.
See good sportsmanship.
I was actually about to call you and ask if you can come stand by the camera. Jay's gonna run it.